Hi everyone, Eve is here and it's today's Wisdom Day video. So let me check if I'm there in the group. And I'll be happy if you hop on and see the video. So today we're going to talk about the visual storytelling and how the visual storytelling actually help you to promote your brand. And here is where many online brands stuck because they have no idea what to share. They say, all right, our digital products are not that visual like the physical products. Do not create them with some very specific tools. We do not have some kind of warehouse or whatever where we're doing these whole things, and that's pretty simple. It's us in computer. What is there to share? And this is a huge problem which I can see how it reflects in their communication in all social media. So that's a problem which I want to touch today. So we're going to discuss three things. The thing number one, we're going to talk what is visual storytelling all about and how it is different from the storytelling altogether. We're going to talk about the biggest mistakes which online entrepreneurs do, and we're going to talk how to implement visual branding in your social media communication so that you will be able to communicate to your clients in a better way and they will enjoy the process of your work and behind the scenes. But I'll talk about it in a minute. So, what is visual storytelling? The visual storytelling is a term which was created for videographers, but with appearance of social media, the visual storytelling is a lot related to photography as well, because when people start sharing a lot of photos because of the smartphones, because of the social media, the visual storytelling got all new meaning. How it is different from the storytelling altogether? When we talk about the storytelling, it's more related to copywriting, but the one thing is in common: the story. So when we talk about online brands, we all know that it's really difficult to share anything because it's really nothing much to see. We can write a lot, we can talk about our moods, but how to translate it with the photo? Not even with video, because video still has certain action, and the picture, it's something else which actually share your story in a second. You don't really need any time to translate whatever you want to tell in that picture. So that's why the pictures are so powerful, and that's why they're so really important. So when we talk about the mistakes which people do, they think I have nothing to share, so what I will do, I will collect some quotes, I will give some kind of strange background, whatever kind of template I got on Canva, and I will share it and let people enjoy. The thing is that the task of the brand is to create a deep connection between the business and the customer. And if you only sharing quotes all the time, people will not create any connection, because they will create some connection with quotes, or they will believe that you are a quote producer, but they will not create connection with your brand, even if the quotes are really motivational, whatever you copy from that site. So what you need to do, you need to share the story of the things happening with you. You are a representative person for your brand. Specifically, when we talk about solopreneurs or coaches, we do talk the reality is that you are your brand. And so your story is the story of your brand. As simple as this. So what did you do in the morning that motivate you to create that excellent new program, that excellent, fantastic thing, whatever you do? Maybe you had some nice coffee, so put some coffee, picture of your coffee, and share your thoughts and mood about that. You can just speak about it, or maybe you make such an excellent picture that this picture translate your mood, translate your story with ease. So the next point which you can share, this is how you work. Your working table, how you sit with your laptop, how you type something, because when we click picture of the whole table and we just click a hand or maybe detail like some pencil or maybe some notes on your table, those all small things sharing a very different story with our clients. What happened then? They do believe you more. They do believe that you're a real person just like they are, and they love to hear from you. They love to see that you actually doing the same thing as they are. You're just like them, eating, sleeping, traveling, going somewhere. You have some sauce, and this is the story about your brand which actually attract your people to you because they believe that you are a human being who have certain level of expertise, and you can and ready share this expertise with them, so they're ready to befriend you or befriend your brand. We obviously need to think about certain details which we maybe not likely to need to share because there are many things which are really personal, and we do not need to go above that very personal level when our account becomes from the business account a personal account. So we may not need to share the photos of our children on our business account, or we may not need to share photos with our loved ones, close people, or something like this. That all depends on you. It's more about how you treat your business, how you treat your brand, how you follow your brand values, and how you move forward with the ideas which you share in your brand, and how you actually preach what you say. So the main mistake which people do, they just sharing quotes and they are not enough a person. So to avoid this mistake, we just need to implement those pictures across all social media. Now, when we talk about the implementation, and this is the third thing which I want to discuss today, we're going to talk about the platforms where we can implement the story of our brand. That's pretty simple. There are many visual platforms like YouTube, like Instagram, and like Pinterest, and obviously the Facebook, which connect the ideas of copy and visual content both. So when we share our content on those platforms, the visual content, we can add a lot of connection with the links, with some kind of text, with some kind of descriptions, so people will love to follow you not only on that platform but on the other. And here we come to the interesting aspect. There are many people who were told that you have to automate all content which you have and literally just paste the same thing across all platforms because people are different and people will not notice that you're sharing same content all the time. Here is the catch. Most of the time when we talk about online business, we do not talk about such a wide audience when we work, say, overall country, because we do talk to the very particular people in a very particular communities, and those people often following you on the same accounts again and again and again. The reason for that is because they try to create deeper connections, they try to follow you across all accounts, and what they will see? They will see same content, same quotes, same thing, and they most likely will unfollow you. Or they will unfollow most of your accounts and will follow only one if you are lucky enough. To avoid this, we need to understand the nature of the platform. When we talk about YouTube, we do not talk about the long kind of Netflix kind of style YouTube. Mostly when we talk about the learning content, we need to follow the idea of 2 minute videos. When we talk about Pinterest, in our Pinterest account, there is a very simple way to create interest from your audience. You need to have three first folders, three first boards with the reasonable naming, which are relevant to our target audiences. And again, when we talk about the profile in Pinterest, we do talk about business profile. We're not supposed to have any personal information in it. or very limited amount of personal information on that, because it's made for your clients, so they're supposed to see you like a human, but first of all they're supposed to know that you are an expert. So three first boards will be relevant by the name and by the content to your clients. And guess what? In those three folders, you will post content from, you will share content from your site, from your social media profiles, from your YouTube channel separately. Like I have three boards, and the third one is for YouTube videos only. So those three first boards will be more clickable for people who just visiting your account on Pinterest, and those are most important boards to have. The other boards also have to attract attention of your audience and be such that people will like to read them and feel that it is really interesting content that you share on Pinterest. But yet, whatever you do on Pinterest, you have to share a lot and repost, repin a lot of new links every day. That means that the amount of information from you will be maybe 10 or 20% from whatever you share, depends on how much you share every day. So that is one case. And now we come to Instagram, and that's why I mostly recommend Instagram like one of the main mediums when we talk about visual storytelling, because Instagram helps us to understand the idea what the person is all about. It's personal enough, it's business enough, and it's also connected to Facebook. So people are habitual nowadays to Instagrams. So, and Instagram mostly, your Instagram account mostly will have your pictures rather than shared content. Depends on the Instagram strategy which you will take. About that, maybe we'll take some other time. There are several Instagram strategies which you can choose, and sometimes your content may not belong to you. So mostly, in 90% of cases, your Instagram account will share the information which is relevant to you and to your brand, and specifically when we talk about the business Instagram account. So what to share there? When we talk about Instagram, those are Insta clicks. This is an idea of the Instagram. When people are finding the philosophy of Instagram, you will see that their boards on Instagram mostly looks like quotes, 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 quotes. And those quotes, quotes neither solving the purpose of sharing the story of your brand. They do attract many people because Instagram actually obsessed with quotes, and people love quotes, they liking quotes, they enjoy them, they grab them, they maybe do not buy from you after that. Because if you have mostly people who attracted to you just by quotes, you probably will not sell to them. The people who will really love the philosophy, the idea behind your brand, are interested in your life, in your brand behind the scenes, about the testimonials from your clients, about the story about your new programs. They are interested in your brand, simply speaking, right? So you can add quotes just as an entertainment content, but collect only quotes as your main contact. It's really harmful for your brand because it's saying nothing, it's just a wastage of time. So quotes are really, really important, but make 100% quote account probably is not a great idea. So let's touch 5 themes which you can take while you're sharing your information on Instagram. You're sharing your visual story on Instagram. So the thing number 1 is you in different circumstances. For example, your photo in your group page on your computer screen, and you share that, wow, I have fantastic content in my group, I have some video content, just come and see, here is a link in my bio. Or you say that here is the behind the scenes, and you show your computer, you show the cup of tea or coffee or whatever, and you say, I'm working on my new program. here is the behind the scenes, or here is the idea, here is the program where you can catch up the program. The link is in the bio. Or you talk to your clients and you actually click the photo when you talk to your clients, for example on the phone, and then you share that your clients give fantastic testimonial, and you give this testimonial in the text part of Instagram. See, in all these three examples, we shared a lot about the brand, and we did it in a very simple way. We just shared the picture of the process which happened behind the scenes, and it was not relevant to any really deep personal information. It was more relevant to business. Now, if you, for example, create some kind of collaboration with people, you can also share their pictures, or you can share their content. Again, it can be on the screen, it can be maybe on your iPad or phone or whatever it is. It's really awesome. Another thing which you can share, specifically when we talk about people who do a lot of broadcasting, a lot of information, you can share some little tips about what kind of tools you use. So even photo of your mic in action or photo of your webcam in action can help a lot of people. You can't believe how many people ask on a daily basis what kind of tools you use, what kind of hardware you use to achieve those results. If you will share the feedback about some kind of technical tools which you use, about the programs which you use, about the systems which you use, that's incredible. People really love this content because they can immediately apply those things, and they say, okay, this person told me that. That means that people believe in your expertise in that particular moment because they did listen to you. Another fantastic type of content which you can share on Instagram, short videos or maybe short tips. I would put them in the same category because those are learning materials. And tips is understandable, they will look more or less like a quote, but the video is just 15 seconds, but even 15 seconds you can share some fun, some interesting information, some really interesting lesson or idea which people can implement immediately. It will position you as an expert very fast. So there are 5 types of content which I was just shared with you, and there are much more ideas, many more ideas which you can share and which you can think about when you talk about your business. And the most important part that you have to remember, that when you talk about your business, when you share your visual story, you're just sharing the love. You're sharing a lot of love about that, what you do in your business. So people can sense, people can believe in you, people can create that connection between your love to your business and the potential needs in your business. So that's how branding works in visual storytelling online. And I also want to share with you a few words about the Facebook, because Facebook obviously the biggest platform to share any kind of content. It's not that visual specific, however. It also allows you to share videos, it allows you to share text, it allows you to share images, and many other things. But the key point with Facebook is to make the content native. In the moment you share content from some other platforms like YouTube, chances are that YouTube or that Facebook will block that content and will not show it to many people. They will not block it literally, they just will not show it to as many people as they would show this video in case this video was published on Facebook directly. So whatever content you post on Facebook, make sure that this content is native to Facebook. You didn't reshare it from some other places, then you will get much more views than before. And one more thing, obviously I absolutely forgot about it, the G+, Google+ account, when you can share specifically your blogs, you can share your YouTubes and many other things, because when you rank your site, when you actually talk about your presence online, Google grabs attention to D Plus, and obviously to their own platform much more. So if you share a lot of information, whatever you write, say on your Facebook, whatever you write on any platform, just go and share it on D Plus at least once per month, because then you will increase amount of information which goes to Google search when people try to search for you, when people try to search for your content, name it properly, add keywords, and people will be able to find you much faster if you will reshare all your content on D+. So I think I touched almost all platforms, and main idea is quite clear, that how to share your behind the scenes even if you have just a digital product. And believe me, when you start talking about your product and your business in such a way that people can sense the love to your business, they will believe in you much more and buy from you much more. And that's it for today, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.